Do you want to know how I caught these two trades, trading Gbpusd and Gbpjpy during London session? Well, stick to the end of the video because I am going to share everything ranging from my thought process, the confluences I saw, and also what I learned from the trade. So if that interests you, let's get to it. So now on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are strongly bearish on Gbpjpy. You can also see from here that there have been a break of structure lower here, a break of structure lower. So that is a good confluence that we are bearish on the 4-hour time frame. But this is not my main time frame. My main time frame is the 15 minutes. Now dropping to the 15-minute time frame, what we can see here are the trades. So what I can see here are the trade. So if you can see that bearish order flow was preceding. You can see lower high, lower low, 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 lower high, then lower low, then lower high again, then lower low. So it was at this exact point that my trading window is, which is London session, and this is where I took my trade, this point here. So what I saw is that as price was in this bearish downtrend, I looked for what I call my entry on 15 minutes. What I first waited for is my imbalance. You can see this candle weak. Please don't mind my slowness, I'm sorry. You can see these two candles weak, do not touch each other. So that is an imbalance for me. This area here, this candle do not touch each other. So that's an imbalance for me. You get? That's an imbalance. So after I found that imbalance and I saw that nice, this is a good zone because my supply zone is the last bullish candle before the impulsive leg lower, and this is it here. This candle is my supply zone. So once I drew it and price came to mitigate my supply zone, I went to the 1-minute time frame to look at my entry. So now drop to the 1-minute time frame. You can see price filled the imbalance here, but I did not get my entry here. So drop to the 1-minute time frame. What we can see is that price did what? Price filled this imbalance. Price filled this imbalance here. Price filled it. Price filled it. You can see this push filled the imbalance. So after price filled the imbalance, I got my liquidation. This was my liquidity. This high here was liquidity for me. I call it my fake TC liquidity. That is my liquidity. So let me put it there. Liquidation. It has been liquidated. That is the meaning of that one check. It means to have been liquidated. After it has been liquidated, what then happened is that I entered the short position. I entered the sell from this point here, stop loss above, and TP for a 1 to 2. But as you can see, price immediately smashed stop loss without waiting. And after I smashed my stop loss, what then happened? I got another entry, and after I got the entry, it was around here, and price ran for TP of 1 to 2. You can see price smashed TP. If you could have left a runner, you can see that price even ran for 1:6, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm consistently stacking my 1:2. You get? But I did not catch that trade because another pair gave me an entry before this one, because I only take 2 trades per day. So another pair, which is Gbpusd, gave me an entry. So now let me break that one for you guys. Let me break Gbpusd trade down for you guys. That was the one that gave me +1 arrow. You get? Now going to the 4-hour on the GBPUSD chart, you can see that we are also bearish. This push broke all the low. You can see this low was broke all the low. So this push here turn it bearish, then price pull back, then anticipating a sell. You get, and if you can see very well on the 4-hour, it tapped into a supply zone. Price tap into a supply zone, which is an additional confluence to go lower. You can see price tap into the zone. So now drop it to the 15-minute time frame. What we can see is that at the tap, I got my criteria. You can see I got my criteria. What happened was, let me redraw everything for you guys. So this was it here. Once I came to the chart, I saw that there was a break of structure here. For me, I call it a structure break of structure, anyone. So there was a structure breakdown. There was liquidity here. You can see there was imbalance. That gap is imbalance for me. See this gray box I mark here? This one. This is imbalance for me. That's my imbalance. So as price filled the imbalance during my supply zone, which is the last bullish candle before the push down. You get, so this bullish candle before the push down is my what supply zone. So after I get my supply zone, what I do is that I wait for it to tap my supply zone and look for my 1 minute liquidation and entry criteria to go short. So, and I got it. Let me go to the 1 minute to break it down for you. So now dropping to the 1 minute, what we can see is that there was a first fill of imbalance here. Price first filled the imbalance here, but I did not get my entry criteria, so I waited. You get, so the second time, price then sweep liquidity above this high. This is what I call my M1 liquidation. You see, it's price sweep liquidity, because for me, whenever I see something like this, whenever I see a structure breakdown on the 1 minute, rather a TC down on the 1 minute, that is a what liquidation criteria for me above. So as price sweep the liquidity, as price cause a trade, then sweep the liquidity, I got my entry and went short, and price match TP. Hooray, right? Yes, hooray indeed. Price swept the liquidity, so my entry was at this point. You can see that point there. That was my entry. So my entry was there. I plotted my short position like this. Price tapped me into the trade. I opened a stop order. Price tapped me into the trade and ran for 2 arrow. You can see it. I ran for what? Let me do it. 2 arrow. That is it. That's my 2 arrow trade. Price smashed it. So that is how simple the trade was. So hope you enjoyed this video. So now that we are officially at the end of the video, let me know in the comments below what was your biggest takeaway from this video, and also what you learned from this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video so as to help the family to grow, and also to push this content to potentially other viewers who would love to see this. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Peace out.